Washington. Great to be here with you this evening. It is an extraordinarily beautiful day, and the sun is shining, and I know from talking to people from the community that this is a very blessed day, and what we are doing here today, what our purpose is here today, is to bring together ourselves in a celebration of our community as Americans, but also to see if we can find a vision so that America's future will be as bright as the day is in this community right now. That's why we're here. Because at a time of war and unemployment and a massive acceleration of the wealth upwards, it's easy to begin to doubt our nation. We begin to wonder, is this the America that we have committed ourselves to, that we've worked years to achieve? Is an America where the wealth is accelerating upwards acceptable? Is an America which seems committed to war forever acceptable? Is an America which denies civil liberties acceptable? Is an America which doesn't pay attention to the educational needs of our children acceptable? Is an America that doesn't have health care for all acceptable? Is an America which denies its citizens an opportunity for a bright future with a job as they prepare themselves with a good education? Is that acceptable? We are here to say that we are going to help become architects of a new America where we will have jobs for all, health care for all, education for all, and peace. This is something that people have a right to expect. And now, this evening, because you're here, we can have a discussion about what's happening right now in America. I came here from Washington, D.C., and I can tell you, the stuff that is happening right now with respect to the debt ceiling and the debt, people really need to understand it. Number one, the debt ceiling has been increased 74 times since 1962 as a routine matter. You need to understand this. 74 times since 1962. Since 2001, it's been increased 10 times. There is no reason why the country should be in a meltdown about adjusting the debt ceiling upwards. It happens because of the way our economy is constructed. If we have funds in Social Security that are excess, they have to be invested. And when they're invested, that money goes towards a debt. Any money in the Social Security Trust Fund is put on the accounting books as a debt because the government ends up converting it to Treasury bills. We have to understand how our economy works. And when we say that, let me tell you something. There is absolutely no reason whatsoever why Washington should be talking about reducing Social Security benefits in the middle of this debate. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Totally bogus. Social Security is rock solid through the year 2036 without any changes whatsoever. You go to Social Security on the web, you read the actuarial reports, 2036 it can pay 100% of benefits through 2036. Now, if in 2037 Social Security can only pay 97.5% of benefits, then what do we do? Well, if we want to look at Social Security's long-term health from 2037 until 2075, it's very easy. All you do is you lift the cap. So that people pay the FICA tax if they're making over $106,800. This is easy. We shouldn't be talking about the country going to hell in a handbasket because somehow we can't extend the debt ceiling. It is wrong to include Social Security in this discussion of the debt. It's a separate issue. And it's wrong to cut Social Security benefits. Let's tell the American people the truth about what's happening in our economy. Now, what do we need to do for our economy? The more that we cut spending, the more there's a drag on the economy. We need to prime the pump of the economy. Do I hear the spirit of Franklin Roosevelt cautioning us right borrowing money from the bank. The Constitution, hear this, Article 1, Section 8, the U.S. Constitution put the money power in the hands of the Congress. We gave it away in the Federal Reserve Act in 1913. Government needs to take that power back, and instead of borrowing money from the banks and being in hock to the banks, we invest in our own country. We put America back to work. We rebuild America. We reclaim our democracy. And it's time that we had a serious discussion about that. Think about this. To eliminate poverty.
Yes.
We have the money in this society to create jobs for all. There's no person in this society who should be homeless. There's no person in this society who should be hungry. There's no person in this society who shouldn't have a good education. There's no senior citizen who should have to worry about their golden years disappearing in debt. There is room for everyone in this society. But we've got to work to have a more just society so that the decisions that are made in Washington are about an equitable distribution of the wealth instead of government being turned into an engine which distributes the wealth upwards through war and tax cuts to the wealthy and giveaways to Wall Street.
Yeah.
So, wonderful group of talk show hosts who are participating here tonight, that we have a chance for the beginning of a new discussion about America. And I think that we owe a special debt of gratitude to AM1090.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for it. Which ends the American imperium and says that we can have the beloved nation at home through focusing in our own social and economic needs. This is what we're capable of. And so let this discussion then be, what is our vision for America? What is the America that we want to see created? What is the America that we are ready to call forth? And through our creativity and through our love of this country, create the country that we will be proud to turn over to our children, our grandchildren. This is the evening that we can start that discussion. Thank you for being here in Washington State. And now, let's move forward and hear from these great talk show hosts. It's an honor to be here with you. Thank you very much.
Next up is Seattle Treasure. Keeping an eye on the other Washington. That's the other one. MSNBC correspondent, reporter, and pundit. He has a new book out, a bestseller. Ronald Reagan, My Father at 100. Please welcome Ron Reagan!
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ron Reagan!
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
All right, you bastards! Former military, longest running progressive radio show on the air, making us better by making us do our homework. Welcome, Randy Come around the front, Miss Randy. There she is.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Randy Rhodes. Uh-oh, another attorney. But we love this one, too. That's 2 for 2. He is the newest member of our on-air family at AM1090. Serving justice on a daily basis. Please welcome to the stage, Norman Goldman. Norman Goldman.
Hi, Lee. I just want you to know, I mean this absolutely sincerely. I love you. it's really nice to know that when I talk... There's somebody on the other end. Okay, I'm sitting there.
Yes, sounds like Mike.
Here he is, our next fellow.
Whoever he is.
He is that passionate voice that you hear on the evening airwaves at AM 1090. A real hero in the fight against the flying monkey right. Please welcome Mike Malloy.
Yeah.
Mike Malloy.
Last time I was at a crowd this big, it was a public lynching. But I'm from the South. I'd like to introduce very quickly my producer, Kathy Bay, and my daughter, Molly. There they are.
Right on. Thanks, Mike Malloy. All right, now this next introduction is also a bit of an announcement. She is on tour with her Sexy Liberal show. The October show has been sold out, but guess what? For AM 1090 listeners, she's putting on another show with Hal and John. And that is going to be September 30th. It's special for AM 1090 listeners. You can get a piece of paper with a code outside at the intermission after the show, okay? So we'll all see you there. And now, please welcome the Queen of the Mooks, the goddess of the morning show, Miss Stephanie Miller!
Tea party in her pants and you're all invited tonight. Seriously. Who's going to show Mama their space needle tonight? Come on.